What's up, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. And wanted to talk about the Darkhold, the Darkhold mirror match. Right? There have been some questions over the past couple of days here. Kind of just looking at the stats of the team. There's actually a Reddit post that talks about the stats of the team right now and some concerns that we have in regards to the Darkhold versus Darkhold mirror match. And we've been testing out some stuff here. I think we found two solutions to the Darkhold mirror match that are definitely going to be helpful. Now, I will say that while we've had some success here on the server with this Darkhold mirror match, I will say that some of it is it's a playtest server, right? So what that means is that all the characters are at 7 stars and they're at 4 reds. All of the T4s are maxed out. Everybody's at 85 in gear tier 15, right? So everything is pretty evenly matched, and that's not going to be the issue. That's not going to be the case for most of you guys, right? Some of you guys are going to be going into punch-ups with your Darkhold team against other Darkhold teams. So the question is, how do you try to overcome that? And like I said, we found two options. The first one I'm going to talk about here is the one that you're seeing right in front of me. It's going to be taking out Scarlet Witch and actually throwing in Emma as an option here and using that to counter. So what Emma will allow you to do here is that Emma will allow for your Morgan Le Fay to go first, and that's part of the issue too, right? So the issues that we're seeing right now with the mirror matches is that number one, it's a case of whose Morgan Le Fay goes first, right? That's really it. Whose Morgan Le Fay goes first, which Agatha Harkness goes first, you know, who stuns, whatever, who, and then of course Scarlet Witch extending, right? Like who actually goes first. Then the second issue is that there's a resistance check, right? So if you're not able to land those that ability block from Morgan Le Fay, because even if she does go first, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to land that disrupt. There was the ability block that becomes a little bit of an issue as well. And then of course, like the sustain of the matchup. So what we found, like I said, we found two options. Part of the reason why you do see that I do have Skirmisher on Morgan Le Fay and Skirmisher on Agatha is because that ultimately at the end of the day is what we think is going to be the best to be able to land those debuffs that you want to land on these characters and these teams here. But let's go into this first matchup and see how this works out. So I know for sure that I am going to get the speed advantage where Emma is going to be able to go first. The issue though is whether or not I'm actually going to be able to land these debuffs. So I'm gonna target right here. I'm gonna go into, okay, so we're actually able to land the disrupt here on Morgan Le Fay, right? Now I'm gonna use with Strange. I'm gonna go into Wong. I'm gonna reduce his speed bar a little bit here. I'm gonna apply that slow. Now here I'm gonna come over with Agatha. I want to be able to land the stun on Morgan Le Fay, but once again I'm a little concerned about the resistance issue. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, we did get lucky. We did get lucky, and we were able to land the stun. Now, Agatha is going to do her ult. That's going to put offense down on everyone, but I'm not really concerned about the offense down right now because I do have Emma, and Emma's going to clear those debuffs, right? She's going to take a turn right now. She's going to be able to clear those debuffs, and that essentially is going to set up the rest of the matchup for me here as I move forward. So now my Wong's going to be taking all those attacks. I'm worried about their Wong taunting, right? But because of the speed bar and because of what Morgan Le Fay is going to do right here, where she's going to reset everybody's time, I'm actually fine, right? And then now I can kind of just start targeting down Morgan and trying to do more damage on her. Essentially, it's just, hey, just kill Morgan at this point. That's essentially what I'm trying to do here is just kill Morgan, get her out of the way. We know that she at some point is going to be taking a turn. I'm going to blind Doctor Strange Heartless here. Okay. I knew I was going to clear because of the safeguard, but I wanted to at least blind him. That was my big issue. That was my big thing I wanted to do here. And then, of course, a special into Morgan Le Fay, do as much damage as possible. And then we should, yeah, that's pretty much it. So Morgan Le Fay is gone now. Now we can kind of work down whoever we want to. We can go after Agatha. We can go after Strange. Strange is not honestly really a threat anymore. All right, who has more debuffs here? So there's more negative effects here. There's positive effects. All right, so we're gonna go here. This might actually delete Doctor Strange Heartless. Is what I'm thinking. Yep. So Doctor Strange Heartless is deleted. I'm gonna stun Agatha so that she doesn't take a turn. Boom. She goes into well. She still does take a turn. So we misjudged that, huh? But essentially this matchup is over now, right? This is a done deal. This was really easy. Like I said, this is a mirror match, but evenly matched team. We can essentially just hit auto here and that will be done. Now, I'm going to show you a different matchup with Loki instead, right? I'm going to show you Loki with this team. The reason why I like Loki is because Loki, he speeds up Mystic controllers, which Morgan Le Fay is. So therefore, it reduces that coin flip aspect again, right? Where you don't have to worry about, okay, Morgan Le Fay, they're Morgan Le Fay going first. But also because there is that resistance check issue, Loki with this passive as well also gives negative 20% resistance to the enemy team. So therefore, you kind of have a little bit of the resistance advantage by going with Loki. The one issue though I will say with Loki is that you see how Emma was able to clear those debuffs. Loki will not be able to clear those debuffs. So I am going to lose a little bit of my offensive prowess there. So we won't have another team to go into and to do that here with, because we just ultimately beat that team. But we're going to jump into the war setting. So give me a second here. I'm going to jump into the war setting and then we're going to go into the matchup with Loki and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so we're back. As I mentioned, we're using Loki this time. So Loki gives the negative 20% resistance to the enemy team. And of course, speeds up Mystic controller so that makes sure that our Morgan is going to be able to land. So we're going to go in here. We're going to target Morgan, but we're ultimately trying to hit all three of these characters. We wanted to land a disrupt on Wong here. We're going to use Strange again, and we are going to lean into Wong and give him that speed bar reduction. I'm going to want to go ahead again here, and I'm going to want to stun Morgan. Okay. And then here we're going to use Wong's ult, and we're going to go directly into Morgan. Now, the one thing I will say is that Agatha's going to do her ultimate here and is going to put an offense down on us. And because she does that, what that kind of prevents us from doing, because we don't have, remember we had Emma the last time, right? And Emma was able to clear all of these negative effects. We were ultimately able to do the damage that we needed to do here. We don't have that option anymore. So this gets a little bit dicey, I guess, to a certain extent. But we wanted to have Loki here to make sure to guarantee that we would be able to land those debuffs, because honestly with Emma, I've tried it a couple times, we were not able to land some of the debuffs. So I think Loki's a safer option if you want to be able to land those debuffs. All right, so we're going in here. We're trying to do we're trying to do as much damage to Morgan Le Fay as possible. As you can see, we're kind of unsuccessful right now because we have the offense down. So kind of sucks a little bit. All right, but we're gonna go back into Morgan here. We haven't even gotten her into the yellow, man. This is not ideal. All right, we're gonna basic here. Now he has offense set again, but obviously I think the best bet here is to do his ult anyways. All right, we're gonna stun Wong because we don't want him to taunt. Like at all costs, we don't want Wong to taunt. We want to have the option of being able to still go into Morgan and still do as much damage into Morgan as possible, right? That's what we ultimately want. We didn't have a lot of debuffs there for him to take down. So, and then here we are again with Morgan's ult. We should be able to eliminate now Morgan fairly easily. In arena, if this was an arena setting, we would have been able to eliminate Morgan already because we would have got the adjacent hits from. We would have gotten the adjacent hits right from, because more with Agatha's basic, she calls two adjacent attacks or two adjacent allies to attack here. But I mean, this is in an arena format. I think this is a pretty simpler, easier matchup. We're obviously doing this in the war format, so there's a little bit of changes that happen here, but as you can see, like fairly easy matchup, or both. We can see that both characters work, right? That's ultimately what we're saying here. Both characters work. Emma will work better in those punch acrosses. I think Loki is actually going to be better in your punch ups because Loki gives you a higher chance, higher possibility of actually being able to land those debuffs. That's what I'm seeing so far here, but It's kind of hard to give a full-on answer on it, but that's what we're testing out right now. And if you're ultimately looking to gain the advantage where you're getting the upper hand of, okay, well, my Morgan goes before their Morgan, I'm able to ability block their Morgan, then Loki and Emma will fit the bill for that. But I will say, like, Emma is better in the punch acrosses, and to eliminate the coin flip, Loki is better in the coin flip. Is better in the coin flip aspect, but also as well being able to lower the resistance of the enemy team to make sure that you can land those debuffs, because there is definitely going to be a resistance check when it comes to you doing those big punch ups against these Darkhold teams. So let me know, guys, if this was helpful for you. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know. Forgive me for my voice, guys. I'm a little under the weather right now, so I'm not 100%, but hopefully this was some helpful content for you here, guys. If there's some other stuff that you want me to test out, let me know. Let me know. I'm happy to do so. I think Skirmisher is the best ISO right now for Morgan Le Fay and for Agatha. We saw during the testing that Agatha with the Skirmisher with the Raider ISO and Morgan with the Striker ISO, they just were not landing their debuffs consistently enough. Skirmisher ISO makes it a little bit more consistent for them. So listen, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do like the video here. Look at the links that are down in the description. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna check out. My voice sounds terrible. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. All right, bye.